Hey, sports fans, PB&Z Sports Chaos. We got a little NHL hockey preview coming up. We got PB here on the golf range. It looks like, no, it's in his backyard. And guess what? We're still honoring Cinco de Mayo, PB, right?
Absolutely. And I got my my beer girl here bringing me my Dos Equis with her Panthers jersey on.
Nice. I like it. And you know what I got? I got a Z margarita. And this is what my favorite margarita is. Tequila with just a little bit of lime juice. That's all I like. People like a lot of lime juice in it. I just have a splash, and that's a Z margarita for you.
I love it. Love it. Love it.
All right. All right, let's get into this thing. NHL time. Some say, PB probably will say this over and over and over. It's the best playoffs in pro sports, right, PB?
Oh, yeah. The intensity levels, the drama, it's just fascinating to watch. If you haven't gotten into NHL playoffs, get into it. You won't be disappointed. The call of the games, everything about it is just fun and exciting.
I will admit, I don't watch a ton of NHL in the regular season other than just the Bruins. I watch the playoffs much more than I do regular season. And you're right. The whole game lifts to another level in the playoffs. So you're right. All right. Let's get right into the East, man, because right now everybody says the East is where it's going to be crazy this year in the playoffs. You've got Toronto playing Tampa. The Rangers are the home team for the series against Pittsburgh, Florida. The President's Club Cup winner has the Washington Caps, and the Hurricane are hosting the wild card Bruins. So let's start with the Toronto series, buddy. What do you think there?
Yeah, this could be the best series of the first round of the entire playoffs. I mean, you're talking about two powerhouses. These two teams were probably ranked 1 and 2 or both in the top 3 or 4 before the season started. And they lived up to it. Tampa's there. You knew they were going to be there.
Two-time defending champion, right? Two-time defending champion.
Year. 60-goal scorer, Rocket Richard winner, as PDB had predicted. I think it's going to be a great series. And you know what? I'm going with experience here, and that being the Tampa Bay Lightning, having won the last 2 Stanley Cups. Toronto's just struggled to get out of that first round. And until they show me otherwise, I can't put my eggs in that basket right now. So I'm going to say that this series is won by the Lightning, and because they don't have home ice, I say they can actually do it in 6.
Ooh. All right. I think the 54-year curse is coming to an end for Toronto.
Okay.
We'll see. I like Toronto to win that series. All right. Rangers, Pittsburgh. This is going to be a good one as well. Pittsburgh came on at the end of the season. Rangers have been pretty solid all year round, right?
Yeah.
But Pittsburgh still has Sid the Kid, and he looks like he's ready for a playoff run. What do you think?
Yeah, and Pittsburgh's had their struggles too in the playoffs in recent years after they won the cup back in, I think it was 17. They've been one and done, I think, pretty much every single year. Maybe they were 2 and done one year, but the last 4 or 5 years, they just haven't been able to take that next step. Rangers certainly up and coming. Rangers look solid. I'm going to go with the Rangers in that series. Again, I'm not expecting this to go long. I really am not. I'll say Rangers. I think the Rangers can win this 1 and 5. Maybe go 6, but I'm going to say Rangers in 5.
Ooh, all right. Here we go. We're going to differ once again, PB. I am going with the Penguins. I think Sid Kid, Malkin, the crew, I think they find a way to get it done. I was much more of a fan of the Islanders being in this position than the Rangers, so that kind of surprised me. So we'll see. I got Pittsburgh.
All right.
Florida, the President's Cup winner, which is the best overall team in hockey, right? Most points?
Most points in the league, yep.
They play Ovi and the Caps. Ovi had one of his best seasons ever. 50 goals at what? He's 37, correct?
Yeah.
He's the oldest He's the oldest 50-goal scorer ever.
Yeah, I can't wait. And game 2 is actually on Cinco de Mayo Thursday night. I'm going to that game. Bought a single ticket, just going to go and hang out and watch my first NHL playoff game ever. I've never been to one, believe it or not. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see Ovechkin. but I've been to a lot of Panthers games this year. This will be my 7th or 8th game this year. I've watched them. I've watched them on TV, and their offense is something to be reckoned with. Obviously, with the number of goals they score, they have 20 or 30 goals more than the next best team. They averaged over 4 goals per game. Think about that. That means for every time you score 2, you got to score 6, right? For every time you score 1, you got to score 7. I mean, that's an unbelievable goals for average. Their defense has lapses, and this is the problem. I've seen them let up even shorthanded goals because they just don't make smart decisions with the puck. Sometimes they get a little overconfident because of their offense. So the series could go a couple more games than people are expecting. If the Capitals can somehow pull off one of those 2 games in Florida to start the series, then it's got 7 games written all over it. If the Panthers can take those first 2, I think the Panthers can then end this thing in 5 or 6 games, which I think will happen. Okay. So there's some potential there for Washington, but there's too much firepower there with Huberdeau and with Declare and with Barkov, and then you got Ekblad come back. And by the way, Ovechkin got hurt down the stretch, so he's not even 100% going into these playoffs.
That is true. That is true. You're right.
I gotta take the Panthers, and I'll say Panthers in 5.
So what is the record of the President's Cup winner in over the last 20 years?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's kind of like a curse, but you know what? You gotta put the guys on the ice, and you gotta play the game. So I'm just putting all that stuff aside. But I know it's been since the Blackhawks. I believe were the last team to do it in 2013 when they beat the Bruins. And then that was a strike shortened year on top of that. And I think before that, it was the Red Wings in like 09 or 10 or something like that. So it's been a while.
I'm going with the curse. The President's Cup curse. Curses Florida, and the Caps win it.
Wow, we're different on all 3 series.
All 3, yes. All right, Hurricane and the Bruins.
Yeah.
Hurricane is the home team. The Hurricanes are the home team, right?
The Hurricanes are the home team. They get home ice. And this one's tough because during the regular season, the Canes outscored the Bruins 16-1 in 3 games. They beat them 3-0, 6-0, and 7-1.
Really? I didn't realize it was that bad. Wow.
Yeah, they destroyed them. They owned them all year long. And also, the Hurricanes have won 6 games in a row going into the playoffs. I like what I'm seeing out of Boston. I like the way they're playing. They can clamp down on you on defense and not allow goals. But I just worry about their ability to score when they need to score. And I'm struggling with this one a lot. And there's going to be an upset somewhere in this first round, and I haven't really predicted one yet. I guess I took.
No, you haven't.
Well, I took the lower seed Lightning to beat the higher seed Leafs, right?
Yeah, but you're a 2-time defending champion. How can that be an upset, though, right?
I know. So I'm talking up the Panthers here, and the
Hurricane,
the Canes here, and I think they have everything going for them. That's the reason why they're going to lose. And I'll say the Bruins take this to 7 and win an overtime game in Game 7 in Carolina to win the series.
Oh, a night. So here we are. We are alike. I get the Bruins as well. By the way, Bergy and Marchand only winning 1 cup. Is that a disappointment if that's the way it finishes for their careers?
It is disappointing because they had the talent there.
They should have beat the Blues. They should have beat the Blackhawks as well, right? That year.
Yeah, I mean the Blackhawks were the President's Cup trophy winner that year.
But they had them down, right?
Yeah.
Much like the Blues. So I don't know. But I got to win this series. That's all I got to know. If they're going to win this series, they're not going out in 1, that's for sure. So they win that one. All right, let's head out west. Calgary and Dallas. I think Calgary was a little bit of a shock, right? Making it to the playoffs.
Yeah, but they've played well. And Dallas, they squeaked in as the last wild card. Or not the last wild card, the first wild card, I should say. Too much for Calgary, though. Too much firepower there. So I'm going to say Calgary wins that series. They might go 6. I think Dallas can pull off a game or 2 in that series, but I'll say Calgary in 6.
I'm with you, Calgary as well. I think the West is a lot more cut and dry, don't you think?
I think so. Yeah.
All right, the next one I think we both agree is a no-brainer. Colorado versus Nashville.
Yeah.
No, is that a sweep,
That should be a sweep. That should be a sweep. Yeah. Colorado's just they're the best team in the NHL to me right now.
All right. So the one series I think could be interesting in the West is Minnesota and the Blues.
That could. Yeah, that's got 7 games written all over it. I do like Minnesota though, so I'm gonna take Minnesota and I'll say that'll go 7.
Ooh, I don't know why I'm picking the Blues. I'm still not over the fact that they beat the Bruins for the Cup 3 years ago, but I'm gonna pick the Blues here. I don't know why. All right, the last one, Edmonton, LA. I almost see this one's a sweep as well.
Yeah, I really like Edmonton. Obviously, Connor McDavid is just unbelievable. Probably the best player in the NHL. I'll go sweep. I'll say 5 games. I think that they'll figure out. Kings will figure out a way to win 1 game.
Win 1. All right. All right. I'm with you. It's a sweep or 5, but no more. That's for sure. All right. So let's go up to the East. Who comes out of who plays in the conference finals in the East, in your opinion?
Well, yeah. So in my scenario, the next round would be the Bruins would then play the Rangers, which would also be true in your scenario. And then the Panthers.
Well, I had the Bruins. I had Pittsburgh beating the Rangers. So.
Okay. And then the Panthers would play the Lightning.
That would be entertaining.
That would be a good series, right?
Yeah.
So under my scenario, I get the Panthers over the Lightning. They ruin their attempt to win 3, get to the finals as a result of that. And then I have the Bruins beating the Rangers with a Panthers-Bruins final. So in your scenario,
Panthers-Bruins final, huh? Okay.
Yeah. So in your scenario, the Bruins would then face the Penguins, because you got the Penguins beating the Rangers.
Correct.
And you got the Capitals facing
Toronto.
The Leafs. So who you got there?
I Toronto. I'm going to ride Toronto.
Okay. So
I think
Toronto.
I think the curse gets broken.
And Toronto would play who?
I hate
Bruins
to say it, but I think it's going to be Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. Okay. So you got a Pittsburgh Leafs, and I got a Panthers. Rangers. No, I'm Panthers Bruins. Sorry.
Panthers Bruins. So, and I'm imagining you're picking Panthers to go to the Cup.
Yeah, and I got the Panthers going to the Cup as a result of that.
Okay.
Go Panthers!
It's a good pick. All right. I got Toronto. I don't know why, but I just got a feeling Austin Matthews, the best American-born goal scorer, is going to carry the Canadian team to the Stanley Cup. We'll see.
Yeah, and
All right, Wes, what do you got?
If they get by that first round in that series against Tampa, which could be a dogfight, they're going to have that momentum they need to maybe do that. So I don't mind that pick at all.
Okay. All right, let's go out west.
All right. So in the West scenario, we have the Colorado Avalanche then getting to play the I'm trying to remember who. Do we have all the same teams picked?
I picked the Blues against Minnesota, but let's just go with, I think Minnesota probably wins. I'm picking the Blues just because I want to pick them, but let's just go with the assumption it's Minnesota, Edmonton, Colorado, Calgary all wins.
Right. So we didn't pick any of the wild cards to win the series. So then Colorado would get the winner of the Blues, and Minnesota, which I have as Minnesota or the Blues, but I still have the Avalanche winning that series.
I do too.
And then in the West, it's Calgary playing
Edmonton.
And I have Edmonton actually winning that series with an Edmonton Avalanche Western Conference Final.
That is good. That's cup worthy right there itself, don't you think?
It is. Both conference championships could be potential cup worthy, but yeah,
for sure. All right, so who do you like coming out of the West to go to the Stanley Cup?
I got, I'm wearing the old Colorado Avalanche shirt here, the Quebec Nordiques, and I do like if you go back and watch our show from 6 months.
I was about to ask you, give us a recap of our preview.
Yeah, PB predicted the Florida Panthers and the Colorado Avalanche to play in the Stanley Cup. And you know what? I'm sticking with my guns. I'm going to stick with my guns, and I'm going to say the Florida Panthers beat the Bruins, the Colorado Avalanche beat the Edmonton Oilers, and we see that Colorado Avalanche, Florida Panthers Stanley Cup final.
Nice. Who did I have? I know I had Vegas in the West, but they didn't even make the playoffs.
You had Vegas, and then you had the Leafs. You actually had the Maple Leafs winning
I thought.
the West. So you got the Leafs going back in there. So you're sticking to your guns with the Leafs, but you got to come up with a different team for the West because the Knights aren't there.
I'm with you on the West. I think it's Colorado all the way.
Okay, and then you got Colorado beating the Leafs in the finals. Or we're gonna hold off
I'm
on
sticking
that.
with I'm sticking with the curse is going to get broken, brother. I think
Okay.
Toronto breaks that 54-year curse.
Oh, so Toronto goes in and beats the Colorado Avalanche. Yeah, and you
Yes.
know what? I got to go with my homers here. I mean, I'm not just being a homer because they did, in fact, win the entire President's Club. It hasn't been done since 2013 with the Chicago Blackhawks, but this is the year that curse is broken by the President's Cup taking over the Colorado Avalanche, and the Florida Panthers will win the Stanley Cup.
All right. All right, fans, you heard it. PBZ Sports Chaos. Those are our picks. Talk to you soon, brother.